Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV proudly present Raceland Rams basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, A&A Porta Potties, River Cities Builders, Stokes Pharmacy, Members Choice Credit Union, Ashland Credit Union, Tres Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, First and People's Bank, Ashland Community and Technical College, Raceland Christian Church, and the Greenup Baptist Association. Now, let's go to the Palace for Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.
And a pleasant good evening. Merry Christmas, one and all, from the campus of Raceland Worthington High School and the Palace. It's Countdown to Tip-Off and the championship of the 2022 Raceland Derby Classic. Good evening, everyone. James Collier, happy to have you along with us here tonight on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. A dandy ball game we saw leading into this one as West Carter held off Paris 66-62 in what was one heck of a battle down the stretch. Comets picking up their second win of the season. Nathan Webb goes off for a 30-piece, and a heck of a win for the Comets here tonight. In the championship, this is a matchup of two district rivals. It is not a district seed game, so this one will not count in district rankings. This one is just for bragging rights. But you've got Raceland at 7-3, Russell at 6-3, and the championship hardware going home to one of these two teams. Let's take our first break. We'll return and preview the matchup and get you ready for tip-off. Raceland and Russell for the championship of the Derby Classic. And our coverage continues after this. Our Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Return. Refresh. Refuel.
Happy holidays from Clark's Pump and Shop. Stop in this winter weather season and warm up with one of our coffees, hot chocolates, or lattes, custom made just the way you like it. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Funny thing about banks, you go in and apply for a loan here,
but they make their decisions somewhere out of state.
My money is here, my account is here. Why go 100 miles away to make a decision?
At First and People's Bank, the decision is made right here by people you know. Bank local. Bank with the friendly folks at First and People's Bank. The Home Office. Member Equal Housing Lender, FD.
Back here on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here as we get you set for Raceland and Russell. Non-district game championship matchup here tonight in the Raceland Derby Classic. Russell last night defeating West Carter. They had to hold on down the stretch to get the victory, 41-37. It was an ugly battle, 19-12 at half. West Carter Russell was able to hit some key free throws, and those key free throws coming from the senior Carson Bloom. He had a pair of big free throws down the stretch to keep the game that continued to get into a one-possession game out to 2 and pushed his team into the championship game here this evening with the win over West Carter. For Raceland, it was a track meet last night against Paris. Back and forth it went, but the Rams were very physical down the stretch, and they took care of business in the fourth and final quarter, and that's when Jacob Galls really took over on the offensive glass. Raceland with 17 rebounds of their 33 last night and Jacob Gauls going for a double-double. He had 11 rebounds, 9 of those offensive. And he and Connor Thacker both going for a double-double last evening in the victory over Paris, 77-73. Christian Large finished with a game-high 29 points. Can the Rams find enough to pick up what would be another win in the Derby Classic? And more importantly, kind of set the tone for the upcoming 63rd District Tilt that gets started after New Year's. We'll take our final break. When we come back, we'll meet our starting lineups and get you ready for tip-off. Raceland, Russell for the championship of the 2022 Raceland Derby Classic. And the coverage continues after this on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy. Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration. That was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Hey Rams fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. Sign up for your favorite team's debit card today at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue, Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Back here at the Palace, getting things ready to go for Raceland and Russell in the championship game of the Derby Classic. This will be Raceland's final game until after the turn of the new year. As I talked with Coach Joe Bryan a little bit before the game, he said, same 5 tonight. He said, we'll see what happens after that as they'll go into practice mode. And from that point, see which ones work best with each other. So we'll see how it works out for the Rams moving forward. But again, just getting the football players back as late as they did, and would certainly want to try to get things going forward on the best note possible. So we'll see what the Rams come up with as they go forward with that. Russell, again, Caleb Rimmer, a late start with the team, but it's all been from the play of Damon Charles and the the senior of Carson Bloom. Bloom has been solid all the way through. Veteran officiating crew on the call tonight. Dave Anderson, Gavin Ramsey, and Mario McKissick. Russell will be decked out in the maroon tops and bottoms with a gold trim and lettering. They'll be the visitors on the scoreboard. The Rams in the home whites, white tops and bottoms. Rams in black outlined in orange. They'll start on the right of your screen. They'll work it right to left as we view it here high atop the Palace. Well, we're ready to meet our starting lineups as we're about ready to get things rolling here tonight. Let's start first with the visitors on the scoreboard. The Russell Red Devils head coach of Derek Cooksey. it'll look like this. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 0, Noah Quinn. He's joined in the backcourt by a 5'10 senior of Carson Bloom. In the front court, a 6'2 senior of Gavin Carter, a 6'3 8th grader Caleb Rimmer in the man in the middle, 6'4 senior of Damon Charles. Again, Quinn, Bloom, Carter, Rimmer, and Charles starting 5 for the Russell Red Devils. And now the starting lineup for the Raceland Rams. Joe Bryan, the head coach, in his second season here for the Rams. Great crowd on hand here this evening as well. This feels like basketball for certain. Starting in the backcourt, a 5'11 junior, number 2 Holden Topping. He's joined by a 5'10 junior of Christian Large. He'll wear number 4 tonight. And rounding things out in the backcourt, a 5'11 8th grader, number 12, Jonah Arnett. The front court, 6'4 sophomore of Connor Thacker, wearing 24. And the man in the middle, wearing number 33, 6'6 senior of Jacob Gauze. Again, Topping, Large, Arnett, Thacker, and Gauze. That's the starting 5 for the Raceland Rams. Our crew tonight, our executive producer is Austin Ray. On cameras, MJ McKay, Shayla Newman, and Trey Collier. Dickie Tiller and Hager Easterling bringing you the call of the consolation game. I'm James Collier, and happy to have you along with us here tonight for the final game of the 2022 Raceland Derby Classic. Again, the Rams will work it from right to left as we view it here high atop the Palace. Charles and Gauze, center court. We're ready for basketball and a championship. Dave Anderson steps in, puts the ball into the air, and off we go. Gavin Carter will track it down. He'll give it off to the senior Carson Bloom. Bloom will walk it across the midcourt stripe as this ball game is underway. Man-to-man defense for the Rams. Topping picks him up, brings it off to Carter on the right wing. Carter works off a screen there from Charles, goes to the right elbow into the lane, knifes his way through, tries to drop it off underneath the rim and turns it over. Racing out and running. Large with a floater. It won't go home. Rebound, Damon Charles. Bloom quickly in transition, pitches it off to Charles. Charles stops on the wing. He'll pull the trigger for the 3 ball. It's off the mark, no good. Topping with a rebound. He'll bring it front court. Take it off to Arnett. Arnett knifes his way through, tries to go to the baseline, looking for Jacob Gauze. It's raked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rams with 7:16 to play here in the opening frame. Still scoreless. Topping to trigger in for the Rams. Brings it off to Large. Large from the left wing. Stops at the left elbow extended. Takes it into the corner to Thacker. Tries to go back door and has it taken away. Bloom with a nice swipe. Here's Bloom. Dribble drive on the baseline right at Thacker. And Thacker takes it away from him. Thacker front court. Now to Topping. Topping between the rings. Again, both teams in man-to-man. Here's Arnett. Brings it off to Thacker on the left wing. Working on Caleb Rimmer. He'll fan it back out. We're inside of a minute and a half gone. Here's an entry pass going down into Jacob Gauze, and Thacker's pass doesn't find its mark. It's out of bounds, and it's back to Russell. .640 to play here in the opening frame, and we've had 3 total shot attempts thus far in the ball game. Bloom front court, Topping sizing him up, works off a screen, goes left wing. High up off the window, good. Carson Bloom with a strong take, and Russell's on the board, 2-0. Topping front court. Centers it up on top of the Raceland logo and the Kentucky at midcourt. Here's Arnett. Starts to dribble drive, cut off there by Noah Quinn. Topping on the wing, right side. Gauze, hands off the Large. Large stops, attacks left elbow, gives it off on a low pass. That was a low pass toward Jacob Gauze off his feet. A turnover back to the Red Devils. It comes. They lead it 2-0. Front court, Carson Bloom. Bloom gets a screen. Starts to attack off that left side. Has that one swatted away. What a big block there by Connor Thacker. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Red Devils. Quinn to trigger in. Comes into Carter in the corner. And then Topping with a big steal out top. Tries to slow it down, does so. Gets caught in the lane. Spins left, comes back right. Floaters up short. Rebound, Rimmer. Bloom front court. Here's Charles on the right wing. Now to Quinn, right of point. Back to Carter, who curls to the left elbow. Bloom will back it out, set it up as we approach 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's a 2-0 ball game. Bloom finds a seam off the right side, puts it up high on the window over top of Jacob Gauze. He's got all 4 points. Landon Newman jumps off the bench. He'll check in on the next dead ball situation. Topping front court. Off to Arnett on the right wing now. Gets a screen there from Gauze. Hedged off by Quinn. Takes it off to Topping in the corner. Topping doesn't see anything he likes. Goes with a crossover. Starts to attack. Stops on the baseline. Tries to thread it underneath and turns it over again. Rams with 4 turnovers in this basketball game. They trail at 4-0. Here's Charles. Off to Carter on the right side. Now Quinn. Here's Charles straight away. 3-ball, no. Bloom with a rebound underneath. Stops, drags the foot, brings it off to Charles. Charles' shot is up, no good. Rimmer goes up. Shot won't go. Large in transition, gives it off to Topping. Now Thacker. Arnett, right wing. And he walks. Into the ball game is Landon Newman. He'll replace Holden Topping. .355 to play here in the opening frame. Rams still scoreless. Russell only leading this one by 4. Here's Carter in the right corner. Gives it off to Charles on the baseline. He's double teamed. Forces that one up. No good. Gavin Carter jumps out of the jam and puts it back up and in. 6-0. And Joe Bryan wants a 30-second timeout. If you need collision work done on your vehicle, then see the good folks at Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center on Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. They get your vehicle looking almost brand new again, and they have experienced mechanics that provide quality service work. That's Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods, a proud supporter of high school athletics. Tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance for all your insurance needs, auto, home, and health. See the good folks at Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. All 3-pointers tonight for the Rams brought to you in part by Ram Pharmacy, Greenup Avenue in Raceland. All trips to the free throw line brought to you in part by Shannon Johnson and Johnson Chiropractic. 3-pointers for the Red Devils tonight are brought to you in part by Service Office Supply. For all your office supply needs, see the good folks at Service Office Supply in Flatwoods. Rams trail 6-0. Landon Newman takes it off to Arnett in the right corner. Gives it off to Gauze. A nice find under there as Gauze goes high up off the window for the first points. Rams are on the board at 6-2. They trail by 4. Bloom front court. Bounce pass off to Quinn. Now to Carter in the right corner. Entry pass to Rimmer. Rimmer hedged off there. Now they'll go out to Charles. Charles will pull the trigger. He wants a 3. He's got it. Damon Charles, he's shot 3 from that spot. He's got 1 to go home. A Service Office Supply 3-ball. And the Red Devils lead this one by 7. Here's Thacker, pulls the long-range jumper for his first points of the ball game. 9-4. Bloom brings it front court, gets a screen from Charles. Now to Rimmer. Rimmer wants a 3. High arcing shot, way too stiff. Rebound Jacob Gauze. Large pulls the trigger, can't get it to go home. Offensive rebound by Landon Newman. Newman curls it from the right to the left. Out to Thacker, left side spot up 3, got it. A Ram Pharmacy triple for Connor Thacker. A quick 5-0 spurt by him, and the lead is down to 2, 9-7 here in the first. 2 minutes to go in the first as Bloom crosses the midcourt stripe. Carter right wing. Now to Charles. Charles will pull another one. It's on the way. That one's too stiff. Ball tipped around. Rimmer gets the rebound. Spins in the lane. Turns, puts it up. Good. Caleb Rimmer's first bucket of the night. 11-7. The lead's back to 4 for the Red Devils. Here's Thacker. He's got the last 5 for the Rams. He'll back it out. Put it on the deck with the left hand. Spin on the right elbow. Heavy contact underneath. Ball's tipped out of bounds and then saved underneath. Here's Rimmer. Elevates to the rim and finishes with authority. 13-7. The lead is back to 6. Here's Arnett. Goes dribble drive baseline right at Damon Charles and gets it to rattle home. Strong take there by the 8th grader. Approaching 1 minute to play in the first. It's been ugly at best to start things off, but really starting to settle in for a nice contest. Here's Quinn on the left wing. Next to Joe Bryan. Rimmer in between the rings, just left a point, and he'll tickle the twine from downtown Tripletown. A Service Office Supply triple, 16-9. Here's Thacker between the rings. We're chasing a Christian Large who has gone scoreless thus far. Works off a screen, gives it off to Arnett. Arnett works off a screen from Gauze. He'll pitch it off to Newman. Here's Thacker on the left wing. Thacker will back it back out inside of 30 seconds to play in the first. 16-9. Russell has led it from the word go. Thacker with a nice crossover, a hesitation in the keyhole. Ball blocked away, got his own rebound. And now let's see if the Rams will hold it for the final shot of the first quarter. Landon Newman had 5 points last night, splashed home a 3 to end the third in the win over Paris. Now Large has it. He's got 5 seconds, now 4. They'll bring it off to Newman. 3 from the left wing. It's on its way. Got it! From downtown Tripletown, Landon Newman splashes it home. It's a Ram Pharmacy triple, 16-12 after 1. Quarter 2 when we return after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
There's a lot of places to invest your money and no shortage of advice, but I think a lot of these get-rich-quick schemes are good ways to get broke quick. That's why I like the CDs at my bank. Guaranteed, insured.
Great rates, plus the comfort of knowing your CDs are guaranteed and insured. That's First of People's Bank. For all your banking needs, see the good folks at First of People's Bank, the home office. Member Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
In this one. James Carr, happy to have you along with us. Merry Christmas to everyone out there from all the folks here at the Cool Hit Sports Network. Raceland will start the possession to start the second quarter. Landon Newman will trigger into Christian Large, and here we go, quarter number 2. Rams down by 4. Newman takes the handoff from Christian Large. Russell stays in a man-to-man. Here's Arnett on the right wing. Now back to Newman. Bloom comes out, applies a little bit of pressure. Newman gets into the lane. Reverse scoop shot. Can't get that one to stay home. Rebound falls out to Damon Charles. He'll push it ahead. Charles goes to the left elbow, working on Thacker. Pulls up in the paint. Shot is up, no good. Thacker with a strong rebound. Thacker chases down into the corner. Now to Arnett on the left wing. Crossover, working on Damon Charles. Now to Topping. Topping into the ball game for Jacob Gauze. Here's Thacker. And now Arnett pulls it back out. He'll go right at Damon Charles into the corner. Newman. And then Newman whistled for a traveling violation before the contact came from Bloom. 7:02 on arrested clock here in the first half. Had some interesting camera angles going there for a second. Here's Bloom. Hedged off there by Arnett. Charles, now to Quinn. Entry pass goes down underneath and it's stolen away. We're trying to get it to Rimmer on the block. Nice job there by the Rams to read it. Arnett in transition goes right at Charles off the window. No. Charles with a rebound. Bloom. Nobody cuts him off. He'll go right through and he's fouled on the way to the rack. He's going to shoot a pair. 6:32 on arrested clock here in the first half. That was on Connor Thacker. His first, team's first of the ball game. Into the contest for Russell is Tatum Fleming. He'll replace Noah Quinn. Say was not in the act of shooting, so it'll be Russell basketball on the baseline. Bloom tight ropes this midcourt stripe as he catches it out in between the circles. Bloom comes right side, looks for the pick and roll to Charles. Charles puts it up, count it, no. It'll roll off the front of the iron, but Connor Thacker has picked up his second. And Charles is going to go to the line and shoot two as Jacob Waller will check in on the second free throw attempt. Charles' first free throw is up as good. And looking down on the bench, I do not see Jacob Gauls down there. He's over with the trainer right now. Rimmer checking out. Elijah Neal will come on. 17-12, 6:19 to play in the half. Charles with a second one. Tickles the twine as it flies through. And Raceland will take a timeout. Back in 60 seconds on the Co-Ed Sports Network.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
6:19 to play in the first half. Russell in front of Raceland 18-12. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here tonight. I want to send a big hello out to our good friend Bill Farley. A little under the weather. I'm certain he's probably tuned in at home. Coach, hope you get feeling well. Get back amongst us. We miss you here at the Palace. Out of the timeout, Jacob Gauls returns for the Rams as Christian Large will take his first seat of the night. Topping with the basketball. He'll work from the point. Jacob Waller brings it back left side to Arnett. Arnett dribble drive on Fleming. Reverse scoop shot. That one was blocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Rams. 5:53 to play in the half. 6-point lead for the Devils. Rams with the basketball. Topping. Surveying. Trying to get it in. Goes off a dribble or a bounce pass, to Gauls. Gauls gets it away back out to Topping. Topping will circle the wagon. Pitches it off left side now to Waller. Waller puts it on the deck one time. Long threes on the way. No. Fleming skies for the rebound. Here's an entry pass to Charles. He's caught up now to Bloom. Bloom high up off the window, won't go home. Charles with the rebound and the stick back. Damon Charles, 7 points, 5 rebounds. The lead is 8. 20-12. Newman hands it off there to Topping. Topping gives it out to Waller, now to Arnett. Arnett, a little head fake out to Topping on the right wing. Russell still in that man-to-man defensive pressure. Topping gets the pitch out to the corner. Arnett off to Gauls. Gauls back door on the left side. Had a chance to shoot the wide open shot and did it. And then goes with a big hook shot over top of Damon Charles. Had an easy shot, took the more difficult one, and still made it go home. His 4th point of the ball game. Now the Rams showing a little 2-3 zone. Here's Fleming. Now to Bloom. Bloom on the right wing. Neal up top. Back to Bloom. Short corner out to Charles. They'll go back up top to Neal. He'll pull the trigger. Three's on the way. No. Ball tipped back out to the Rams. And then out of bounds on the far sideline as Arnett and Topping both go for the basketball. So Large back on for the Rams as Jacob Waller will check out. 4:16 to play before halftime. Elijah Neal with the basketball, brings it off to Charles. Now around the horn it goes. Bloom with it on the left side. And the Rams still in that 2-3 zone. Charles right wing, entry pass goes into Carter, and he has it ripped out of his hands. Christian Large with the steal. Here's Topping, finds a lane to the rack. Finger roll, good. Strong take there by Holden Topping. Leads down to 4. Bloom, right side. Will go inside to Fleming. He'll take it off to Carter. Russell trying to work it around the horn. Now they'll go short corner. Fleming pulls the jumper. It's off the mark, no good. Ball tipped around. Large fighting for it. It's on the deck underneath. Coming away with it was Carter. He'll go high up off the window. No good. Ball tipped around, and coming out with it is Topping. Topping, finger roll at the rim. No. Here's Fleming from the corner. Three's on the way. Yes. A service off a supply triple for Tatum Fleming. His first points of the ball game, and the lead's back to 7, 23-16. Inside of 3 minutes to play before halftime. Here's Newman. Steps back. He wants a three for an answer. Money. A Ram Pharmacy triple for the the senior. Rams would like to have him as a junior. They'd like him back again. Here's Charles. Spins. Gets a soft roll. Charles with 9. 25-19. Newman gets a screen there from Gauls. Starts left, comes back right. Brings it out to Topping. In front of the Russell bench. Steps through and has the ball poked out from behind. It'll stay with the Rams. Quinn and Rimmer back on. Charles and Bloom will go off. Large takes the inbound. Pitches it out to Arnett. He wants a three. It's on the way. He got it. Jonah Arnett dials it up from downtown Tripletown. A Ram Pharmacy triple. The lead's down to 3. Russell had it out to as many as 8. But Arnett with his 5th point of the contest. Rams staying at 2-3. Here's Fleming, left wing. Neal running the point. Here's Quinn, now to the short corner. Carter gives it off to Rimmer. Finger roll through the right side. Strong take there by Caleb Rimmer. His 9th point of the ball game. That leads all scorers. Ties his fellow big man of Damon Charles with 9, who sits on the pine for the moment. Strong take there by Topping with a big finger roll off the right side. Topping with 4. 27-24, 90 seconds to play here in the opening half. Here's Fleming, left side, wants a three on the way. No, left that one short the whole way. Coming out with it was Carter. Carter tied up in the corner. Now Neal fakes it left, comes back right, left the shot out, but it's tipped away. And then a whistle and a foul as they thought they had the tie-up. They'll get that one on Newman. That's his first, team's 3rd. Here comes Charles and Bloom back on as Neal goes off. And who else we got, gentlemen? Now we're going to shoot 2 first. So Noah Quinn to the free throw line for 2. First one is up, is good. One more. Now we'll get Bloom and Charles on. Elijah Neal goes off. As does Caleb Rimmer. Second free throw finds its way home. 5-point lead for the Red Devils. Stay tuned with me at the half. We'll check all the scoring and stats for this one. Large wants a 3 from the wing. Left side, no. All over the rim and wouldn't go home. Ball falls off into the hands of Carson Bloom. Inside of a minute, he'll bring it across the midcourt stripe and a 5-point lead. Here's Bloom in between the rings. Raceland still in that 2-3, showing a little high press. It's there with Gauls as Damon Charles runs the high post. Now Carter out to Fleming. He'll pull the 3 ball up, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's back to the Rams. 33 seconds to go before halftime. And they'll get the foul against Gavin Carter, his first, team's first. So now let's see if the Rams will try to hold it for the final shot of the half, down by 5. Newman dribbles it out in between the rings, inside of 20 seconds to go. They'd like to try to run something to get the ball off to Large. Here's Large popping out top. He catches. He's wide open. Pulls the trigger. 3's on the way. Yes! Perfectly executed. 3 ball. 2 seconds ago. Bloom's going to have to hurry. It'll good if it will go. It will not, and it takes us to halftime. 29-27. Russell leads it by 2. Halftime show when we return after this on the Coed Sports Network.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
Return. Refresh. Refuel.
Happy holidays from Clark's Pump and Shop. Stop in this winter weather season and warm up with one of our coffees, hot chocolates, or lattes, custom made just the way you like it. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Hi, my name is Brian Horton, Mission Strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
29-27. Russell leads it at the break. It's been a good one here in the championship game of the 2022 Raceland Derby Classic. Russell led it 16-12 after 1. They push it out to an 8-point lead. The Rams closed to within 2. Russell opened up a little 4-point spurt. Raceland got a nice set look there for Christian Large. He splashes home his first triple of the night for his only points thus far in the contest, and it's a 29-27 lead at halftime. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll take a look at numbers and get you ready for the second half of action. Russell leading by 2 at the half. Our coverage continues after this on the Coed Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
My truck and I work all day long, so the truck has to be tough. But I want my truck loan easygoing, and that's what I get at my bank. Flexible terms, great rates. My truck loan works for me, just like my truck.
For great rates on loans for your next truck or car, see the good folks at First and People's Bank, the home office, member Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
29-27, our score at the break. Russell in the locker room leading by 2. Let's take a look at some numbers. As for the Red Devils, 37.9% from the field. That's 11 of 29. 3 of 10 from long range, 30%. They've hit all 4 of their free throws. 17 rebounds, 9 of the offensive glass. They've turned it over 4 times. On Charles, Caleb Rimmer leads away with 9. Charles with 6 rebounds. For the Raceland Rams, 50% on 11 of 22 from the field. 5 of 8, 62.5% from downtown Tripletown. Landon Newman's hit both of his that he's put up. They have not attempted a free throw in this one. 10 rebounds, 7 turnovers. Leading the way with 6 points is Landon Newman. 29-27, our score at the half. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll get you ready for the second half of action. A good one here tonight for the championship of the Derby Classic, and our coverage continues.
Debit card, you can support your favorite team. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assist 1300 Central Avenue, Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration. That was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
29-27, our score at the half. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here. Merry Christmas to all of our friends out there with our good buddy Spencer Hutchinson, who is tuned in, watching tonight from the comfort of his home instead of being out here working like dogs like the rest of us. Just giving you a hard time, Spencer. Merry Christmas, my good friend. And to all of our viewers on Cool TV and those who have subscribed to follow along with us throughout all of our coverage here of high school athletics, we greatly appreciate it. If you've not subscribed to Cool TV, it's easy to do. Just reach down there, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that thumbs up and give us the positive feedback there, and then hit that bell as well. And that will also alert you every time that we have a live broadcast come up. So if you haven't jumped on and subscribed, plenty of time to do that, and you can do it right now. About 90 seconds ago before we get things ready to roll here in the second half. It's been a dandy. We saw a great basketball game in the consolation bracket earlier this evening. West Carter led by 14 in the first half, and they had to hang on down the stretch. They win it 66-62 over the Paris Greyhounds. Nathan Webb has a career-high 30 in the win. Jordan Fuston has 16 rebounds, had 12 at halftime. So it was an entertaining matchup, and we've had a dandy one here so far, as Russell has led by as many as 8 in the first half, but the Rams have answered each and every time to keep this one very close. Big hat tip to our crew tonight, our executive producers, Austin Ray, MJ McKay, Shayla Newman, and Trey Collier on cameras. Dickie Tiller, Hager Easterling had the call of the earlier game. All the crew here doing a fabulous job, as always. This will be the final game of the 2022 calendar year for the Rams, as they are not back in action until after the turn of the new year, and that is by plan as well. Talking with Coach Joe Bryan, he said, it was late getting some of the football guys back due to the run all the way to the state championship, and they really just want to see what they have once they get a chance to get into practice and settle things in. So we'll see how it works out on the other side of that when the Rams get back after it in 2023. Noah Quinn will trigger in. Russell will have the basketball. Right to left, they'll work it here, and the second half is underway. Now off to Carter. Bloom tries to fight his way in underneath and comes up empty on the shot. Christian Large with the basketball. Races it ahead, cut off there by Quinn. He'll bring it back out on the wing. Thacker's back in, had those 2 personal fouls. He had to sit much of the second quarter. Here's Topping into the lane, turns, reverses it back out, and turned it over. Carter pitches off to Quinn. Ball raked from Large. Rimmer picks it up. Rimmer attacks right at Jacob Gall's high arcing shot is good as Caleb Rimmer drops in his game-high 11th. And the lead's out to 4, 31-27. On the other side, Arnett pulls the trigger. 3 won't go. Rebound falls in the hand of Damon Charles. That's his 7th. Here's Rimmer now to Carter in the left side. Goes to the block. Charles spins on the baseline. Tries to find himself underneath the bucket. Now to Quinn. Here's Rimmer. Right elbow. Spins in the lane. Left side. Shot up. No good. Rolls off the iron. And it's poked out of bounds. Rams basketball. Down by 4. Thacker, Topping, Large, Gauze, and Arnett to 5 on the floor for the Rams. Bloom meets Topping at the midcourt stripe. A bounce pass right wing. Here's Large. Knifes his way through. High up off the window and a soft touch there by Christian Large for his 5th point of the ball game, and the lead's down to 2. 31-29. Here in the early going of the third. Here's Quinn. Now to Carter. Hounded there by Arnett. They'll feed it in to Charles. Charles turns, left-handed hook shot, no. But Jacob Gall has got him on the way up for his first, team's first. And Damon Charles to the free throw line for 2. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance for all your insurance needs, home, auto, and health. See the good folks at Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. Charles' first free throw was up as good. Russell's 5 for 5 from that mark tonight. 3-point lead, this to make it 4. Charles with double digits as well. Second one's on the way. That one's front iron short. Ball tipped out, rolls all the way to the far sideline. It's picked up there by Jonah Arnett. He'll bring it front court, turns, reverses out to Thacker. Thacker between the rings. He'll back it out and set up the offense. Now he wants to attack. Steps through, puts it up off the window. Can't get it to stay home. Bloom with the rebound. He'll rush it ahead, then slow up at the midcourt stripe. 3-point lead for the Red Devils, 32-29. Here's Bloom, right wing. Gives it off to Charles. Charles working on Goss. Spins on the baseline, partially blocked. Rebound Topping. Topping wants to attack, lost the handle on the peel. Turns, gives it out to Thacker. 5:40 to play here in the third. Thacker pulls up. Long jumpers up, no good. Rebound Damon Charles. Charles on the right wing. Nice little head fake and a sweet take to the rim for his 12th point. 5-point lead. Here's Large. Fans it back out from the right wing. Now the midcourt stripe wants a screen there from Thacker. Does get it. Comes to the left elbow. Stops, turns, gives it back out to Arnett. Provides him a screen. Arnett gets a dribble drive on the baseline. Turns, gets hammered. Ball goes out to Gavin Carter. Carter in transition. Scoop shot, good. And that quickly, the lead's out to 7. Newman off the bench. He'll check in at the next dead ball. Here's Topping. Working on Bloom. Flips it out to Thacker. Thacker pulls up. A long 15-footer off the window. No good. Rebound to Bloom. Here's Quinn all alone from the left wing. 3 is up. No good. Rimmer with a rebound. Spins. Blocked. Ball tipped away. And back into the hands of Damon Charles, and he'll finish. Topping's 3 is up, no good. Charles in transition. Now Rimmer fighting for it underneath, and it's blocked away again. Here's Bloom, brings it off to Carter. Ball tipped away right into the hands of Christian Large. Large pulls for the 3 in transition, and we get a whistle and a timeout by Joe Bryan. 30-second timeout requested here with 3:33 to play in the third. This 30-second timeout is brought to you in part by Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center on Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. They get your vehicle looking almost brand new again, and they have experienced mechanics that provide quality service work. Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods, a proud supporter of high school athletics. And by Dr. Shannon Johnson and Johnson Chiropractic. When joint and muscle pain slow you down, let Doc get you back aligned. 606-473-5151. 38-29, 3:33 to play here in the third. A good one here in the Derby Classic for the championship game. Rams have had it down to as close as 2. They trailed 29-27 at the break. But the Russell Red Devils have got a nice little surge. And we got 6 players on the floor for the Rams. So Topping comes off. Newman is on. So now Connor Thacker will trigger in. And off we go. We'll toss it all the way into the backcourt to Landon Newman. Newman will bring it front court. He has 6 points in this ball game. Tries to feed it underneath the Gauls. It's raked out of bounds. It'll stay with Raceland on the baseline. Russell Currently nursing its largest lead of the contest of 9. Here's Arnett. We'll go to work on Noah Quinn. Little stutter step out to Thacker. Thacker goes to the left elbow, and then a whistle and a foul. Look at that one on Noah Quinn. That's his first, team's first. As a matter of fact, I believe it's the first foul of the ball game for Russell. And that is Newman. High over his head, feeds it off to Large. Large from the wing, 3 balls up, no good. Backdoor rebound by Jacob Gauze. Here's Thacker, bodies himself in, and they'll call him for a travel. Damon Charles back into the ball game as Rimmer will come off. Now Raceland's going to try to pick up a little full court. Here's Bloom. That's the defense clear. He'll cross the midcourt stripe as we cross the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. 9-point lead for the Red Devils, 38-29. Here's a lob down underneath. Here's Charles, spins on the baseline, puts up a shot, is very good. 40-29. Here's Gauze. Has it poked away from him. Thacker loses the handle on the peel, spins in the lane, forces a shot up, it won't go. A pitch ahead, Carter blocked away, Thacker. Long rebound pulled out by Newman. Newman knifes his way to the left side, gives it out there to the Large. Running jumper up, no good. Zaylen Carter with the rebound. And then Quinn steps in and hits the jumper. And it's 42-29 inside of 2 minutes to play in the third. Large, fadeaway, good. Strong take there by Christian Large for his 7th. 13-point lead now down to 11. First time in the contest, it's gone to double digits. There's Bloom. Goes to the right side, hounded there by Newman. Charles zips it inside. Back to Charles, out on the wing. He wants a 3. It's on the way. He got it. His second service office supply triple. 14-point lead for the Red Devils, 45-31. As we approach 1 minute to play here in the third. Large straightaway 3, front iron short. Another rebound, Damon Charles. The Rams' legs just do not look like they're there tonight. Charles feeling it. He wants another one. He's got it on the way. No. Arnett with a nice rebound there. Large streaking ahead. Loses the handle on the pill. Russell wants to run. 41 seconds. Carter corrals it back in. Gives it out to Bloom. Now Gavin Carter with a basketball. Carter, now to Bloom, 20 seconds. Russell leading by 14. See if they hold for the final shot. Now Arnett's going to come out and apply a little bit of pressure. Seven seconds, Bloom starts to attack. Comes left to the elbow, out in the corner. Carter loses the handle on the peel. Newman steals it away. He'll fire a three-quarter court shot that won't go home, and that's the end of the third. Russell leads at 45-31. Final 8 minutes when we return after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
My truck and I work all day long, so the truck has to be tough. But I want my truck loan easygoing, and that's what I get at my bank. Flexible terms, great rates. My truck loan works for me, just like my truck.
For great rates on loans for your next truck or car, see the good folks at First and People's Bank, the home office. Member Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
45-31 as we welcome you back here to the Palace in the championship game of the Raceland Derby Classic. James Carr, happy to have you along with us. Merry Christmas to everyone out there as well. Be sure to join me Saturday morning right here on the Cool Hit Sports Network for Let's Talk Sports. It'll be my Christmas special, the final game of the 2022 calendar year. I've got all kinds of stuff. I'm going to give you my first rankings of the season, some players to keep an eye out for. And we're going to talk Christmas songs, Christmas movies, and everything else Christmas. All that coming up this Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, right here on the Cool Hit Sports Network. Raceland will start with the basketball off to the fourth and final stanza. Christian Large will step off. Jules Farrell will come on, and Jonah Arnett opens up the third with an air ball. Or, excuse me, opens up the fourth with an air ball, excuse me. Quinn will jog it into the front court, hand it off there to Bloom. Carter, now to Bloom. Bloom steps to the right elbow. No-look pass, and it's swiped away by Connor Thacker. Thacker attacking right at Bloom. Finger roll up, counted and one! And a chance at a three-point play. Connor Thacker with a strong take there to the rim as he picks up his seventh. Back on is Holden Topping. Off is Jonah Arnett. 45-33, 7:29 to play in regulation here in the championship game of the Raceland Derby Classic. Connor Thacker for the free throw attempt is short. Rebound comes out to Caleb Rimmer. Bloom front court, trying to set up a screen. There's a dart down underneath the Damon Charles and a whistle and a foul. Thacker just picked up his third. Thacker's got to be careful. That right there will earn you a tee from that gentleman in a heartbeat, my friend. Here comes Christian Large back into the ball game. And Connor Thacker's going to take a seat, and I'd say that's probably a wise move. Here's Charles. Carter. Now back to Bloom. Working off to the left side. Rimmer posting up. Working on the left block. Turns, gives it out to Bloom. Catch and shoot threes on the way. Yes. Perfect ball movement there for a service office supply triple from Carson Bloom. It's a 15-point lead, the largest of the ball game. Topping. Back out to Jules Farrell. Farrell comes from the left to the right. Stops in the lane. Out to Newman. Newman jabs right, comes back left. Trying to get a screen there from Galls. Nothing happening. Gives it off to Farrell. Farrell wants a three. Pulls the trigger. In and out. No good. Nice box out there for Damon Charles for his 12th rebound in the ball game. He's got a double-double. 19 and 11 after three. Carter puts it on the deck. Gives it up to Bloom. Bloom above the volleyball line between the rings in front of Landon Newman. Comes off a screen there from Rimmer, finds a seam to the lane, puts a shot up, we're going the other way. Bloom called for the offensive foul, his second, team's third of the half. 6:16 to play in the ball game. Rams down by 15. Newman front court. Brings it off the Topping, hounded there by Bloom. Gets a screen from Farrow. Now to Gauze. Trying to feed it underneath the Gauze, and Gauze can't handle the pill. Turnover for the Rams. They're 11th of the ball game, and then a whistle and a foul on the other end, and we're going to shoot free throws. Fouls on Jacob Gauze. That's his second. Team's third, and Damon Charles to the free throw line for two. 5:49 on arrested clock here in the final stanza. Free throw is up, is good. He has 20. Charles averaging just under 15 a game coming into the contest. Second free throw won't stay home. Jacob Gauss fights for the rebound, keeps it high above his head. 16-point lead. Here's Farrell. Fade away from the left side, won't stay home. Landon Newman comes away with a rebound on the baseline. Thacker to check in at the next dead ball situation for the Rams. Here's Topping. Crosses over, gets into the paint, goes out to Farrell. Catch and shoot three in front of his bench. No. Backside rebound pulled out by Gauze. He'll reverse it out to Topping, left side now. Wants a screen. Tries to get it again. Topping, skip pass off to Newman. Newman working on Bloom. Spins in the lane, turns, puts up a shot. Can't get it to stay home. Ball tipped away. Loose on the deck. Newman has it. Comes back out to Topping. Topping for a three. No. And then a whistle and a foul. That's on Gauze. His third. Thacker back in, replacing Farrow. Rimmer coming off, and back on is Tatum Fleming. Rams try to pick up a little pressure in the backcourt. Here's Charles. He's had a big night tonight, 20 and 12. And then a timeout. Derek Cooksey and Russell with 4:39 to play in the ball game. This 30-second timeout is brought to you in part by the good folks at Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center on Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. If your car's been in an accident, they can get it looking almost brand new again, and they have experienced mechanics that provide quality service work. That's Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods, a proud supporter of high school athletics. It's also brought to you in part by Dr. Shannon Johnson and Johnson Chiropractic. When joint and muscle pain have you slowed down, let Doc get your body realigned. 606-473-5151. That's Johnson Chiropractic. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here tonight. Raceland Derby Classic. Our executive producer, Austin Ray. MJ McKay, Shayla Newman, Trey Collier on the cameras tonight, doing a fabulous job here on Cool TV. And all those out there tuning in, hope you and your family have a wonderful Christmas holiday. Out of the timeout. Fleming trying to get it in, does so to Charles. Hounded there by Connor Thacker. Thacker gets Charles to give it up. Rams trying to do a little bit of run and jump now. I got some miscommunication. Here's Quinn all alone from the corner for a three. Got it. A service office supply triple for Noah Quinn. His 7th point of the ball game, and the lead is 19. Thacker starts to cross over, loses the handle on the pill and his footing. Here's Fleming in transition, left is short the whole way. Rebound Large. And then they say Christian Large steps on the sideline as he's hedged out of bounds, so the turnover number 13 of the contest for the Rams gives it back to Russell and a chance to push this one past 20. Bloom takes the pitch to the backcourt. He'll walk it across the midcourt stripe halfway home here in the fourth. Bloom pitches it off, gets it back, gives it back in. Here's Charles in the paint, puts up a shot, no good. A tie up underneath, and a jump ball possession stays with Russell. Charles with his 13th board of the ball game. They'll bring it into Charles. Charles right in front of Jacob Gauze, and a jump ball that time and a tie-up. So Gauze with a block as he went up, forced it back down. So the turnover gives it back to the Rams. Here's Thacker. Now to Large. Large steps in, had the ball taken away, steps, a hop through. Shot is up, no good. He got away with a hop, skip, and a jump, if you will. And Gavin Carter got him on the foul, his second, team's fourth. Large is going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Raceland tonight has attempted only one free throw attempt. Large's free throw is up, was good. Give him 8 in the contest. Coming off of a very physical game last night in an up-and-down affair against Paris. Second free throw from Large finds its way home for his 9th of the night. That leads the Rams this evening. And the Rams try to show a little defensive pressure in the backcourt. Russell breaks it. Here's Bloom all alone. He's got to help on the left side if he needs it. He gets it away to Quinn. Entry pass to Charles, puts it on the deck, looks at a double team, goes to Fleming from the corner three, got it. 20-point lead for the Red Devils on a service office supply triple, the 7th of the ball game for Russell. Here's Topping. Brings it off to Newman. He'll launch the three. It's in and out, no good. Tatum Fleming with a rebound. Russell out rebounding the Rams 33-23. Here's Fleming. Now to Carter between the rings. Around the horn left side. Bloom in the corner. Fleming on the left wing. Wants another three, in and out, no good. Long rebound comes off to the baseline to land to Newman. Newman rushes it ahead. Stutter step to the left elbow. Looks it off to Gauls, now Topping between the rings. 2.5 to go. The Rams get ready to empty the bench. Here's Newman out of the corner. Pulls the long trigger. That's an air ball. Charles front court. Inside about 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go left in this ball game. Russell, barring a miracle comeback by the Rams, is going to be your 2022 Raceland Derby Classic champions. And the Rams are going to clear the bench. So on Jules Farrell, Noah Wallace, Parker Eisen, Ross Burton, and Jacob Waller. Here's Bloom. Off to Elijah Neal as he comes on for Damon Charles. Rimmer posting up on Noah Wallace underneath. Here's Quinn. Cut off there by Ross Burton. Bounce pass off to Bloom. Bloom on the left wing in front of Parker Eisen. Carter, right wing, starts to attack. Brings it off to the left side. And then a whistle and a foul will put the ball on the baseline. As they'll get that one on Parker Eisen. That's his first, team 6th. And Russell's going to empty its bench as well. Luke Pennington with the rock right now. Brings it back out to Elijah Hankins. Andrew Yates. Approaching 1 minute to play in the contest. Stay tuned with us after the game. We'll talk with both head coaches. Here's Pennington. Steps through, throws a shot up, no good. And a rebound and a stick back. By Cordell. So 57-35. Trey Douglas puts a scoop shot up that won't go home. Rebound Andrew Yates. 42 seconds to go in this one. Pennington all alone, comes off the right side, won't get it to stay home. Charles Welch with the rebound. And then Welch Puts a shot up, in and out. Russell pitches it ahead. Shot is up, is blocked, and Ross Burton trying to jump back in and could not keep it in bounds. 21 seconds to go. Russell's your 2022 Raceland Derby Classic champions. Here's a ball in the left corner. Three's on the way. In and out, no good. That one was from Hewlett. Hewlett steals it away. Stops. Gives it off underneath. It's poked out of bounds. Five seconds to go. Dribble it out, gentlemen. That's your ball game. Russell wins this one by a final score of 57-35, and they will be your 2022 Raceland Derby Classic champions. Post-game show when we return after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Oliveville, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration. That was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all. Happy holidays from Clark's Pump and Shop. Stop in this winter weather season and warm up with one of our coffees, hot chocolates, or lattes, custom made just the way you like it. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Russell is your 2022 Derby Classic champions. They picking up their trophy out at center court. Final score in this one, 57-35. Let's run you back through this one. Russell led 16-12 after one quarter of play. They pushed it out to as many as 8 in the second quarter. The Rams closed it within 2 at 29-27 at half. But then it was all Russell the rest of the way. Russell outscores Raceland 28-8 in the second half, including 16-4 in the third quarter. Damon Charles named your MVP as he finishes with a game-high 20 points and 13 rebounds in the winning effort. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look at some numbers. We'll talk with both head coaches and wrap it up here from the Derby Classic. Russell's your champs, 57-35 victory. Our coverage continues in the postgame show after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC. We are the home office.
Hey Rams fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. Sign up for your favorite team's debit card today at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue, Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
57-35, your final score here this evening. Stop putting me on the screen. Nobody wants to see my ugly mug. Let's take a look at some numbers for this. And again, these are all unofficial. And I will say they're close, but they're probably a little bit off. There were some sequences there. There were 2 or 3 shots at a time that I tried to get everything in. I may have missed one here and there, but they're in the ballpark. Pretty doggone close, I'll say that. Russell, 22 of 55 from the field. That's 40%. They shoot it 41.2% from the three-point arc. That's 7 of 17. 75% from the free throw line on 6 of 8. 36 rebounds, 13 offensive. They turn the ball over only 9 times. For the Raceland Rams, 31.1% from the field. That's 14 of 45. 5 of 17 for 29.4% from the arc. Only got to the free throw line 3 times tonight. They hit 2 of those. 66.7%, 26 rebounds, 14 turnovers for the Rams. Individual numbers look like this. Damon Charles, the MVP, 20 points, 13 rebounds. Caleb Rimmer finishes with 11. Noah Quinn, Carson Bloom with 7. Tatum Fleming with 6. Gavin Carter has 4. And Cordial finishes with 2. For the Raceland Rams, Christian Lawrence leads the way with 9 points. No players in double figures for the Rams this evening. Holden Topping with 4. Landon Newman with 6. Jonah Arnett 5. Connor Thacker 7. Jacob Gauls has 4. 57-35, your final score. We'll take our final break. We'll try to grab both head coaches if they come out. If not, we'll wrap it up here from the Derby Classic. That's as we continue our coverage here in the postgame show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
Hi, my name is Brian Horton, Mission Strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
Return. Refresh. Refuel.
Happy holidays from Clark's Pump & Shop. Stop in this winter weather season and warm up with one of our coffees, hot chocolates, or lattes, custom made just the way you like it. Clark's Pump & Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Post game here as the Russell Red Devils win this one over Raceland 57-35. Coach Derek Cooksey joining me here. Coach, you hold Raceland 8 points in the second half. What was the kind of the message there at half after you had it down to 2?
The biggest thing was.
Might help if I turn your microphone on.
The biggest thing was, going into the half, I felt good where we're at. I thought we kind of gave a few opportunities there away in the half as far as time and possession. But we challenged our kids. We were doing some good things defensively. Hats off to Raceland. They put in a smaller lineup and kind of stretched the floor, and we had some bigger guys with some matchups that we typically wouldn't have. So in the second half, we knew they were going to come back out with their starters. So we really challenged our guys. I thought we had a great rotation tonight from the defensive end. As far as matchups, and sometimes we didn't have the best matchup, but our kids got down and did the things that we worked on the last couple of days. But biggest thing is this, offensively, tonight I felt like we were more fluid. There was more flow to the offense. I thought we were able to establish the ball screen. And Damon Charles kind of set the tone there. And then once they had to double and help out on him, we had our shooters, really in rhythm, and they got down and they shot it with confidence.
Got Damon 20 points, 13 rebounds. I had him unofficially tonight, but you could see when he got the ball in the post, he was really kind of exerting his will. He was very patient tonight. I think, probably the last 3 or 4 games, he's put a lot of pressure on himself. And sometimes when he catches it down in there, if he doesn't have the right angle or doesn't feel right, it's all right to kick it back out. And that's one thing we worked on with him. I thought tonight probably his best offensive game of the year, facing, the Goss kid who's arguably one of the better post players in the region. And then Caleb Remery was getting back into form. He looked really good tonight as far as being active, and on the offensive end he was tackling. And I just can't say enough about our kids. Carson Bloom had a great floor game. I don't think he came out the entire game. That's been kind of the common theme here throughout the first part of the year. And, we're building some depth, like I've talked about before. We were very inexperienced coming into the year, like many teams. We have a lot of youth. So we're kind of blending that thing, and we're mixing it, and we're finding a nice rotation. Not a district matchup tonight, but it certainly sets the tone whenever you turn the new year into 2023.
It does. I mean, they're a district rival, and we know they're a good basketball team. We've watched them throughout the course of the year, and they've had a lot of success. It's just one of those things where you expected the best out of both teams, and you saw it in the first half. In the second half, I feel like our defense kind of created separation. That's not to say Raceland's got a lot of offensive weapons, and our guys knew. I mean, they paid attention to detail. We basically didn't help off of shooters. We were able to cut down on some drive lanes, and we did a good job rebounding the basketball. I mean, there's some segments there that they're hard to keep off the glass. I think that's one of the things they do really well is they offensively rebound, and I think our guys, we did a pretty good job.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Merry Christmas, friend.
All right, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Derek Cooksey joining us here in post-game. We'll grab Joe Bryan in now and get some words from him. Coach, let's talk about the tale of two halves for sure. You get it down to 2. They're 29-27 at the half. They come out, they blitz you 28-8 in the second half, and you could tell they really kind of made things difficult, especially with the way you guys wanted to attack with the basketball.
Yeah, we didn't do a very good job of attacking the rim. Seemed like we wanted to settle for jump shots, which weren't falling. Kind of the first time all year I felt like we lost our fight, and that's that's not something that I've seen this year. So we'll figure it out and get back to the drawing board.
I said this during the broadcast. I said it a couple times there. It looked like you could, for the first time this year, you've seen the legs were gone.
They were. I mean, and that's on me. It's scheduling. I wanted to have a full week and a half to 2 weeks off to get the football guys, into a rhythm with us and to know what we're doing. So to do that, we had to front load the schedule. So now we have, I think, 13 calendar days off. It's the way we prepared. It's the way we knew it was going to happen. But that's not an excuse. You can't make an excuse in a rivalry game. Legs or not, you got to get down inside yourself and find something a little more to get the gears turning.
Charles was a handful tonight, 20 points, 13 rebounds, and Derek said it well a minute ago. He said he was very patient with the basketball when he got into the post.
Yes, he was. He did a great job tonight. He's a special athlete, strong as an ox in there. Hats off to him. He did a really good job tonight.
You take this one away, again, a tough loss, but again, this sets the tone for the district when you start playing those games for real when it comes out in January. What do you take away from something like this? Kind of set yourself up when you start playing those games that matter coming in January.
Just we got to be better. We got to have more stuff in. I felt like when the offense got stagnant there, we relied a lot on our two motion offenses, and we weren't getting a lot out of it. We don't have a whole lot of sets in. I'd like to, had a few more sets to run. Maybe, get us started, get Christian off some screens. Carter Kidd did a really good job on Christian. face guarding, not letting him have the ball, and we don't have a whole lot in where we can't get Christian off of multiple screens. Run him around a little bit. So we're going to be fine. We'll be ready when the district comes. Really proud of our guys' start. 7-4 after looking at our schedule. I'm okay with that. So get back to work next 2 weeks during practice, and we'll be ready to play ball come January.
The Derby Classic, Coach, it was an event that nearly was not. You scramble around, you're able to find some teams, and it turned out to be a really good competition all the way from start to finish. Yeah,
really want to expand this thing back to 8 teams. It seems like since COVID, a lot of people are scared to travel. Used to get teams from Northern Kentucky. Everyone saw a team from Western Kentucky. And it just doesn't seem like those teams don't want to travel anymore. So we got to find a way to get it back to 8 teams next year, whatever I've got to offer coaches, whatever bribes I got to make.
We got to get the hospitality room back for sure, because that was phenomenal.
Exactly. That's what we want to do, have 8 teams, have a hospi all day. Everybody goes in there, mingles, and has fun. So, we'll try to get it back, and, we're going to start preparing on that early.
Coach, a phenomenal event by any means, some great basketball, and we're appreciative of your time up here. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, my man.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Joe Bryan joining us here in postgame. That'll do it for us here tonight. Again, our crew throughout the entire event: Austin Ray, MJ McKay, Shayla Newman, Trey Collier jumping in tonight doing some camera work. Dickie Tiller and Hager Easterling had the call of a couple of games. They were on earlier this evening, and I've been pleased to be with you guys throughout this entire event on what has been some fun 2 nights of basketball here in Ramland. Again, the champions of the 2022 Raceland Classic are the Russell Red Devils. They win it tonight 57-35 over Raceland. With the win, Russell moves to 7-3 on the year. Raceland falls to 6-4. That'll do it for our broadcast here this evening. For everyone at the Cool Hit Sports Network and the entire crew here on staff this evening, I'm James Collier saying good night, Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you again on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
You've been watching and listening to Raceland Rams basketball on the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game has been brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, A&A Porta Potties, River Cities Builders, Stoltz Pharmacy, Members Choice Credit Union, Ashland Credit Union, Trace Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, First and People's Bank, Ashland Community and Technical College, Raceland Christian Church, and the Greenup Baptist Association. This broadcast of Raceland Rams basketball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV.